Yo, what's going on, everyone? It's your boy Ben from JBM Sports Media. First time ever in JBM Sports Media on here. We are covering WWE. Let's go. We are currently on the road to WrestleMania. Obviously, we're about to be doing these Royal Rumble predictions. I convinced the guys to let me do this. Now, I didn't have to convince them. They were totally down for it. But I'm a huge WWE fan. I don't know if you guys see up here my action figure collection. I have some more up here, including my The Fiend action figure, which I absolutely love. So, covering WWE on here is something I've always wanted to do. What a perfect way to start it here in 2026 with our Royal Rumble predictions. Without further ado, I don't even want to hesitate. Let's get straight into it. Starting off with the WWE Championship match, Drew McIntyre defending his WWE Championship against Sami Zayn. Man, this has the potential to have the biggest pop we've seen in a long time if Sami Zayn somehow wins the WWE Championship. Drew obviously just picked it up, defeating Cody in that 3 stages of hell match. Do I see him dropping it right away? Man, I really don't see it. I hate to break it to Sami Zayn fans out there. I don't see Drew dropping this belt as of right now. I think he's going to carry it into Elimination Chamber. Will he drop it then? We'll see. Will he drop it even at WrestleMania? We'll see. But I don't see him dropping it right here at the Royal Rumble. And plus, I'll say this for all the Sami Zayn fans out there. I think there's a possibility for Sami Zayn to finally finish his story. Unfortunately, it's going to wait a little longer. Next year at WrestleMania in Riyadh, I think that could be a perfect opportunity. Now, talk about pops. That would be one of the biggest pops in the world right there if Sami Zayn wins it at next year's WrestleMania. Finish his story for the WWE Championship. As of right now, though, I don't have him winning this match, unfortunately. I think it'd be still an incredible moment. Like, don't get it twisted. If he does win it, I'll be cheering on for Sami Zayn all the way through and through. But I just feel like this story right now with Drew McIntyre, Jacob Fatu, and Cody Rhodes, still some unfinished business. And as much as I would love to see Sami Zayn win this match, I just don't think it's going to happen. It just doesn't make sense. Like I said, Drew just picked up this belt. For him to lose it right away, it's like, I don't know. I wouldn't be that big of a fan of that. But then again, maybe if Sami Zayn wins this championship, he carries it into WrestleMania and potentially the Royal Rumble winner. We'll see how that plays out. So stay tuned. Maybe he defends it. So I don't know. I just have Drew winning this match. Let me know what you guys think about this one. Also, real quick, before we keep going into this prediction video, I want to hear all your predictions in the comment section. Let me know. I'll read all of them. I'm very interested to see how you guys have these matches playing out. But let's keep it going right here. Next up, let me just fix this real quick. We're going to have the Women's Royal Rumble match. So for this right here, I'm going to have the Final Four. I'm going to announce it. The first 2 superstars that I think are going to start this Royal Rumble match. And obviously the winner. So making it a little fun. For the first 2, at number 1 and number 2, I think it's going to be Rhea Ripley. And honestly, my mind is telling me Io Sky, but my heart is telling me Liv Morgan. So I'm going to go Liv Morgan and Rhea Ripley actually start off this match. I think that would be absolutely electric as well. I mean, knowing the history between those 2 stars. Final 4, though. Oh, wait, actually, real quick. Let's get into some surprise entrants, who I think could be some surprise entrants in this Women's Royal Rumble match. A lot of people are saying AJ Lee. I honestly don't see it. I really don't. Not at the, I don't know. I think AJ Lee more so. I see her coming back at Elimination Chamber in Chicago. Her home 2.0 because of CM Punk. I think that's going to be the possibility for AJ Lee return. A Sarai Paige, that would be incredible. I really hope so. I just don't know. Maybe Trish Stratus, I think makes a lot of sense. Hopefully she comes back. Tiffany Stratton will be coming back in this match. Book it. Will Bianca Belair be coming in this match? Making her return since WrestleMania? She's been gone on the shelf for quite some time, man, with that brutal hand injury she suffered. Excuse me. So I think those are some surprise entrants I see in this match. However, the final 4 in this match, I do believe will be Bianca Belair. I do think it will be Tiffany Stratton. I do think it's going to be Liv Morgan. And I do think it's going to be Rhea Ripley. I think those are going to be the final 4. And the winner of the 2026 Women's Royal Rumble match, I think will be, drumroll please. You know what? Never mind. We're not doing no drumroll. Forget the suspense. I think the winner is going to be Bianca Belair. I do believe she's going to come back. My mind was telling me Liv Morgan, but I'm not going to go Liv Morgan on this one, even though I could see a possibility where she, gets a title match against Stephanie Vauquer down the line, but maybe she could win the chamber, and I think that could be a more easier path. But Bianca Belair, I think there's a program obviously waiting for her at WrestleMania with Jade Cargill. And I think that's a picture-perfect WrestleMania match right there. I think they can't fumble this opportunity. Obviously, it depends if Bianca Belair is healthy. My mind and my heart saying that she will be in this match. So what a perfect moment. Bianca Belair returning and actually winning this Royal Rumble match. Could I see maybe a potential win for Tiffany Stratton getting back in the mix? Yeah, I could see that. But no matter what, she's going to be my final four, and I see her returning. I've seen some videos on TikTok as well. Her dyeing her hair fully blonde again. Her return is imminent. Hopefully Bianca comes back, because that's my prediction. I think Bianca Belair wins the 2026 Royal Rumble, making her a two-time Royal Rumble winner. So, yeah, book that. Book that right there. All right, let's keep it going, chat. Let's keep it going. So, next up, we have a match that's going to have me in my feelings when this goes down. Obviously, knowing how the John Cena retirement match just played out. And yes, I'm talking about AJ Styles versus Gunther. If AJ Styles loses this match, his WWE career is over. The Phenomenal One is out of WWE. And we know the path that Gunther's been on, obviously with the Goldberg retirement match, made John Cena tap out in John Cena's final match. And now he has the possibility of retiring AJ from WWE. Keywords, from WWE. Meaning not in general like wrestling. AJ's contract, rumors are that it's up in the beginning of February. The Royal Rumble's on January 31st. So the next day would be February 1st. Does that mean that AJ's contract is up in WWE? He could possibly go to a different place? I mean, you saw the way he was looking at that TNA title that one time. Just throwing that idea out there. Unfortunately, it's about to be 10 years. AJ debuted at the Royal Rumble in 2016. It is now 2026. Can't believe I'm about to say this, pro. I hate even saying this because AJ is one of my favorite wrestlers of all time. Easily in my top 10 of all time. Possibly even in my top 5. I got to be honest. I think he's losing this match. I think Gunther's going to continue his reign of terror when it comes to retiring these legends. I think AJ is going to be next, especially, well, more so in WWE. Like I said, I think AJ might not be done. I think he's going to be done in 2026, but for his tenure in WWE, I think he might be done. I do see them having a fantastic match right here. You've seen AJ the past few weeks, obviously having some great matches. He had his match with Cena last year, had his match with Punk, had his match with Shinsuke Nakamura. We saw Shinsuke Nakamura, his post afterwards. Man, I just think it's it for AJ. Could they be swerving us? Could WWE be swerving us right here and AJ somehow wins this? I really hope so, because I'm not ready to see AJ Styles' WWE tenure end. Obviously, he's going to be inducted into the Hall of Fame whenever his time is over, but it just sucks. Like I said, all my legends that I grew up with are slowly but surely just fading away, and Gunther's going to take another one of those legends out in the WWE landscape. I think Gunther wins this match. Do I think he makes him tap? I hope not. Maybe he pins him 1, 2, 3. I don't want to see AJ tap in his last match in WWE. But crap, I didn't want to see John Cena tap either. But that's what happened. It is what it is. It is what it is. I don't want to get emotional about that one. But yes, I do see Gunther winning this match. Is there a chance WWE could be ribbing us and AJ does win this? I really hope so. But I just don't see that playing out to be that way. Gunther wins this match. AJ's career in WWE is over. But not his wrestling career. Not yet. Still got a full 2026 ahead of you, AJ. Go back to TNA. Hey, you heard it from somebody. So let's move on to the match I have had a difficult time predicting. And I'm talking about the Men's Royal Rumble match. 2026 Men's Royal Rumble match. Who's going to win this match? I'll give you guys, just like the women's match, my number 1 and my number 2, some surprise entrants, and the final 4, including, obviously, the winner. So, starting off this match, I think we're actually going to have, this might be a hot take, at number 1, after defeating Styles, I can see Gunther easily starting off number 1 in this match. I think it makes a lot of sense. And at number 2, to reignite an old feud, I see Jey Uso. I see Gunther and Jey Uso starting off this Royal Rumble match. Just, reigniting an old feud. And the fireworks would be there. Obviously, Jey Uso still got the massive pop with Yeet and everything like that. So I wouldn't have to say those two superstars make a lot of sense to start at 1 and 2. But surprise entrance more so. I do believe Chris Jericho returns at this year's Royal Rumble. It makes a lot of sense. I know he's still going to be on tour with Fozzy. And hopefully, do we get Judas or do we get Break the Walls, bro? I don't know. I would hope Judas, low-key, because I think that'd be incredible. But I wouldn't be surprised if they just go and we hear the break down the walls. I think that would be 100% cool as well. I see Chris Jericho returning in this match. Obviously, we already know Brock's going to be in this match. We saw from the Pat McAfee show that Brock said he's going to Saudi Arabia. He's going to participate in the Royal Rumble. So that's going to be that. Who else, though? Who else? Surprise entrance. Do we see maybe a Jeff Hardy? A Jeff Hardy would be really cool. I don't know. I think that's going to be a little bit more difficult. Another surprise entrance. Could we see any like OG throwback wrestlers? I'm trying to think, man. I don't know. I don't know if we're going to get a lot of surprise wrestlers. We might get a good NXT amount of talent participate in this Rumble. But when it comes to surprise entrance, I don't know if we're going to get a lot of that. Hopefully we do, though. I mean, Triple H, there was a report that came out. We're going to get some surprise entrance in the Men's Royal Rumble match. I just don't know if I'm buying into that Triple H statement right there. I don't know if I can. But now on to the final four of the Men's Royal Rumble match. I think it's going to be the following. The Tribal Chief, Roman Reigns, Braun Breaker, Cody Rhodes, and it's either, in my mind, Obafemi or Gunther. One of those two. Man, I think I'm going to go with Obafemi in the final four. Screw it, going with Obafemi in the final four. And who do I think is going to win the whole thing? I've been racing between two superstars right here. It's either Roman Reigns or it's either Braun Breaker. Do I think they finally peel it off and strip the rocket to Breaker all the way up to the sky so he could get his WrestleMania main event? Not yet. The Tribal Chief, the OTC, Roman Reigns winning this year's Royal Rumble match. Yeah, I think there's going to be a story, obviously. If you remember in War Games, it was implemented, well, which title is Roman going to go after Cody in the trilogy? Obviously, Cody's no longer the champ, or CM Punk. I think a big marquee match at WrestleMania would be Roman Reigns versus CM Punk for the World Heavyweight Championship. I do think Roman Reigns is going to win this Men's Royal Rumble match in 2026 and set up for a main event for him at WrestleMania. It kind of seems like he's putting the acting stuff on hold for the time being, which is pretty cool. I love seeing Roman Reigns active in the WWE. What an incredible, blessing to see Roman Reigns back at a full-time part here in WWE. So I think it makes a lot of sense for him to win the Men's Royal Rumble match. And guess what? I do have the OTC winning the 2026 Men's Royal Rumble match. Let me know if you guys disagree in the comment section. Let me know your guys' prediction. Like I said, I would love to hear your guys' prediction at all times for all these matches here on this card. The Royal Rumble is right around the corner, meaning the road to WrestleMania. Here we go. Let's go. I'm so hyped. Other than that, make sure you guys continue to subscribe to JBM Sports Media for daily sports content. Make sure you follow us on TikTok and IG at JBM Sports Media. Until then, we'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace.